Vanachari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari. Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari. Yasodanandana Brajajana Ranjana. Yasodanandana Brajajana Ranjana. Yasodanandana Brajajana Ranjana. Jamuna Tera Vanachari. Jamuna Tera Vanachari. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Bolo bolo. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Bolo bolo. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Everybody. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hari Nam. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Can't hear you. Here we go. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Bolo. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Bolo everybody. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Nitai Gaura Haribo, 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 Gaur Haribo. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Whoa. Prabhupada, Prabhupada. Go Premanande. Jai Vishwabad Paramahamsa Parivasya His Divine Grace. His Bhaktivedanta Swami Śrīmad Bhāgavatam ki jai. Śrīmad Bhāgavatam ki jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai. Grantara Śrīmad Bhāgavatam ki jai. Nitai Gaur Premanande. All glory to the assembled devotees. All glory to the assembled devotees. All glory to the assembled devotees. Glories to Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga. All glories to Śrīmad Prabhupada. Nida Bhagavatam. Everybody still here or somewhere else? You don't need to do any exercise. We just did it. We just did the exercise. Thank you. Anything else? Keep coming. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, Canto 7, Chapter 8. Text 5. Is it fog in here or? Yeah. Sri Hiranyakashipu Uvacha. He Durvinita Mandatman. He Durvinita Mandatman. Kula Bheda Karadhama. Kula Bheda Karadhama. Stabdham Machchasana Dhritam. Stabdham Machchasanodvritam. Nishetvadyayamakshayam. Nishetvadyayamakshayam. Sri Hiranyakashipu Uvacha. He Durvinita Mandatman. Kula Bheda Karadhama. Stabdam Machchasanodvritam. Nishetvadyayamakshayam. Maharaji, you want to try? Okay. Sri Hiranyakashi Uvacha. The blessed Hiranyakashipu said, He, O Durvinita, most impudent, Manda Atman, O stupid fool, Kulabeda, Kara, who are bringing about a disruption in the family. Adhama, or lowest of mankind. Sabdham, most obstinate. Matsa Sasana, from my ruling. Udvritam, going astray. Neshye, I shall bring. Twa, you. Adya, today. Yamakshayam, to the place of Yamaraj, the superintendent of death. Translation: Hiranyakashipu said, O most impudent, most unintelligent disruptor of the family, O lords of mankind, ye have violently violated my power to rule you, and therefore you are an obstinate fool. Today I shall send you to the place of Yamaraj. Purport: Hiranyakashipu condemned his Vaishnava son Prahlad for being Durvinita, urgently uncivilized or impudent. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, however, has derived a meaning from this word Durvinita by the mercy of the goddess of learning, Saraswati. He says that Du refers to this material world. This is confirmed by Lord Krishna in instruction in Bhagavad Gita, that this material world is a dukhalayam, full of material conditions. V means Vishesha, specifically, and Nita means brought in. By the mercy of the Supreme Lord, Prahlad Maharaja was especially brought to this material world to teach people how to get out of the material conditions. Lord Krishna says, Yada yadahi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata. When the entire population or part of it becomes forgetful of its own duty, Krishna comes. When Krishna is not present, the devotee is present. But the mission is the same, to free the poor conditioned soul from the clutches of the Maya that chastises them. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur further explains that the word mandatmanam means manda, very bad or very slow in spiritual realization, as stated in Śrīmad Bhāgavatam 1.1.10. Manda sumanda matayo manda bhagya. Prahlad Maharaj is the guide of all the mandas, or bad living entities who are under the influence of Maya. He is the benefactor of all the slow and bad living entities in this material world. Kula bheda karadhama. By his actions, Prahlad Maharaj made great personalities who established big families seem insignificant. However, everyone is interested in his own family and in making his dynasty famous. But Prahlad Maharaj was so liberated that he made no distinction between one living entity and another. Therefore, he was greater than the great Prajapatis who established their dynasties. The word stabdham means obstinate. A devotee does not care for the instruction of the asuras. When they give instructions, he remains silent. A devotee cares about the instructions of Krishna, not those of demons or non-devotees. He does not give any respect to a demon, even though the demon be his father. Machano chasano vrittam. Prahlad Maharaj was disobedient to the orders of his demoniac father. Yamak shayam. Every conditioned soul is under the control of Yamaraj. But Hiranyakashipu said that he considers Prahlad Maharaj his deliverer. For Prahlad Maharaj would stop Hiranyakashipu's repetition of birth and death, because Prahlad Maharaj, being a great devotee, was better than any yogi. Hiranyakashipu was to be brought among the society of Bhakta yogis. Thus, Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti has explained these words in a very interesting way, as they can be interpreted from the side of Saraswati, the mother of learning. Throat's so hard. This is a very nice verse because this is a situation some of us have to go through a lot of the time, isn't it? You all know, maybe aware of your parents or someone in the family, maybe, they may be disrupting you from becoming Krishna's devotee. Or they may be favorable or unfavorable. This is a situation that devotees have to sometimes face with. This is the Hiranyakashipu here. Is not what we see. He's actually a great devotee of Krishna, and he is playing as a lila. But nonetheless, we know that demons, they always want to put themselves in the front, then the center. So he is here chastising Prahlad Maharaj, his own son. Prahlad Maharaj is the great devotee of Krishna. He appeared in the family of demons, but to liberate his parents from demoniac, atheistic family life. This is why, as devotees, we always want to make sure that our sons and daughters become good devotees of Krishna, because they can liberate the parents. That's the idea. Because you get old and you will die, but your children will grow up and they become Krishna's devotee, they can liberate you. Sometimes it's called Shraddha, right? Shraddha? Forefathers. But in the case of a devotee, we don't need to do this forefather puja or pitri, because they are Krishna's devotee. Krishna will take care of it. So at the same time, we have to do our duty. The ultimate duty of a devotee is to serve Krishna. That is why we don't worship any demigod, because Krishna is the source of everyone, including the demigod. So this is why here, very nice purport. It's mentioned here, Prabhupada explains here this word do. Do means like bad. Prabhupada explains this material world's bad. We say in India, do. If you see a dog, do jao, like do, go away. Or like dusasan, or anything starts with do, means it's bad. You don't name your son or daughter do, or starting with do, because it's bad. So Prabhupada explains here, do means this material world. Material world explains here also Dukhalayam, Asatsatam is a place of misery. So Prahlad Maharaja is actually preaching to his father. Oh, demoniac father. So this is the duty of a Vaishnava, to instruct to others how to liberate, how to come out from this material existence. We're in the material existence. What is the need to have a temple like this? What is the need to go on book distribution? What is the need to Krishna to appear? It says here, Dharmasya Glanir Bhavata. Krishna comes because Glanir Bhavata, there is a disruption in the material world. Material world means what? Basic meaning of the material world is that we want to be in the center. Then the problem comes. Why are we here in the material world? Because we want to become Bhagavan ourselves. Right? Sometimes people, they wear a t-shirt, they say, I'm God. I've seen it. We say we are servant of Krishna, servant of the devotees, we are servant of Srila Prabhupada. They write, I'm God. So if you say you are God, then why with a snake bite you have to go to the doctor? Krishna was dancing on the Kali serpent. A simple thing. So Dukhalayam Asatsatam, material world, is a place of misery. It's a bad place. Just like you go to the toilet, it's not a pleasurable place. Some people, they make the toilet like a living room. They read newspaper and this and that, and they want to spend more time in there. So this material world, like a big toilet, sorry. We are flocking to come to the temple, to associate with the devotees. They smell the incense offered to Krishna. These small boys here, they go around in the morning with the flower. They smell the flower because it's been offered to Krishna. So our body is designed to serve Krishna. In the mind, Mana Krishna, think of Krishna. Mana Krishna, it says that, one of the great devotees says in the Bhagavatam, Ambarish Maharaj, with your body associate the devotees. With your feet, what do you do with your feet? Anybody knows? Dance, we just did. Dance in the kirtan. Jump in the air. Is it Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Gaur Nitai? They have in the air, hands in the air, they're dancing, they're God. So to use this body in serving Krishna. So Prahlad Maharaj is chastising. He said, you demoniac father, why didn't you become Krishna's devotee? Hiranyakashipu, closing his eyes. He says, I'm Bhagavan, what are you talking? I'm Narayan. Some people, they say, Narayan, Narayan. We say, hello, how are you? They say, hey. They say, Narayan, Narayan. You are Narayan, I'm Narayan. They're greeting each other as Narayan. We're not Narayan. We're servant of Narayan. Actually, not even servant of Narayan. We're the servant of the Narayan servant. Servant of the devotees of the devotees. This is the attitude of a devotee. And sometimes you say, serve me. I'm senior devotee. Serve me. In front of Krishna, we are only insignificant flies. I remember we grew up in Mayapur. We used to see a lot of firefly. You know firefly? They're tiny little bugs, they can fly, and they have a light in their back. It's really interesting species. They fly in the tree in a very dark night. You can see this firefly. I was thinking, wow, what is it? So one fell down, I grabbed it in my hand. And I was looking at the light, where's the light coming from? I was a small kid, I didn't know, so I cut it into pieces. There was still light in there. So where's the light? There's no switch or anything, and there was still light. What is a firefly? So if you bring, it only glows in the darkest of night. When the sun comes, You can have any more, there's no more glow in your body. You can't even recognize it. So you're very tiny in front of Krishna, in front of the Vaishnavas. I think, oh, I am so and so. I'm the the best kirtan leader in this Melbourne temple. I'm the best cook. Sometimes people tell us. But we have to remember, it's all by the mercy of Krishna. So Hiranyakashipu was chastised by a small boy. Prahlad Maharaja is 5 years old. You demon! He served Krishna. Do you know who Krishna is? Don't tell me that. I am Krishna, don't you know? So this is why we're in the mature world. Because we wanted to take the position of God. It's Radha Krishna. You want to be Radha Krishna yourself. Sorry, I have to say sometimes heavy things. We don't have an altar in your home that you stand there, husband and wife. Give the Maharaji like that, and perpetuate flute. Because we are not God. We know that. And Krishna plays the flute. The birds, they fall from the sky. The sound of the flute. It's so sweet and it's so enamoring, so bewildering, and it's so... Similarly, we play flute. Nobody here plays flute because you're too busy working. You don't have time to play flute, isn't it? So, sometimes devotees are heavy. It's mentioned here. Krishna doesn't appear here, but Prabhupada says here that his devotees are here. They are here to instruct us. Krishna speaks through his devotees. They say, he's Bhagavan, kidhar hai? If God is there, where is he? He's here, he's everywhere. That's what he said to Prahlad Maharaja. Prahlad Maharaja said to Hiranyakashipu, where is the God? He said, he's everywhere. He's in this pillar. He's in every atom. This is the vision of a devotee. They see Krishna everywhere. We're not bewildered. Because you're associating with Krishna. Wherever you go, we never feel lonely because we are with Krishna. We are chanting the holy name. Krishna is there in the name. Kali Kale Nam Rupe. Krishna is the name. We are associating with Krishna. As you chant Hare Krishna, you're associating with Krishna. Krishna is dancing on your tongue. 4:30 in the morning. Who gets up 4 o'clock in the morning to dance 4:30? We are doing it. People in the world, they go to sleep 4:30. Even I know sometimes I have the best sleep at 4:30. Sometimes I didn't sleep at night, and around 4 o'clock I'm dreaming. This is like a Maya's trick on us. So Krishna creates a situation that sometimes we're put to a test. Do I want to love Krishna or I want to serve Maya? This material world is a place of misery. Why Prabhupada has to say this so many times? So the Shastra, the Bhagavatam, the devotees are here to enlighten us, to guide us, to give us the knowledge by which we can wake up to the realities of the spiritual realm. That way we're meant to be in the spiritual world. It's the duty of the Vaishnava to chastise a non-devotee. Yesterday we had a Harinam in the city, 12-hour Harinam. 9 o'clock in the morning, finish at night. You're going, whew. Saturday, you're all free. I haven't seen all of you there. So I went there for 2.5 hours. And the time I was there, the whole time it rained. So I said to myself, I don't care. Rain or sun, I'm going to chant. I was really ecstatic. That's why my voice is sore. So under any condition, the definition of love is when you want to serve Krishna, putting your own interest away to serve Krishna. That is bhakti, devotion. Devotion means when you put your own personal interest enjoyment. Put it aside. Sacrifice yourself for Krishna. That is bhakti. Bhakti doesn't mean as a big explanation like a... Bhakti means when you can serve Krishna with pure love for Krishna. You don't care for your own self. You work hard for Krishna. This morning, I live very far away, and we have one devotee. He was picking me up from the home, and we work everything out, timing, how long it gets to get to the temple from my place. And so he missed the road, and he was late by 5-10 minutes because he missed the turn. So I was getting nervous. I thought, I get to be at the temple on time. So then I left home. Instead of 3:45, we left around 4 o'clock, like 5 minutes before 4. And the road was empty. Everywhere where there's no road was empty. And I was thinking, wow, this is like the COVID time. There's some advantages during the COVID also. Roads empty, you can go to the temple, the animals can come out, So he was hitting the accelerator. And we got here like 10 minutes early. We were here like within 20 minutes. From Craigie Burn, this is so far. It used to take 45 minutes to get here. I was thinking this is like, Yudhishthira Maharaj, he had a chariot. Yudhishthira Maharaj? He had a chariot, his chariot didn't touch the ground. I felt like today, your wheels were not touching the ground. It's like, whew, where are we going so fast? And we're talking very high philosophy and stuff. When you talk philosophy and you're driving, you don't notice time. And before you know it, I was here. I opened the door, like, wow. There was tons of people here, devotees, because there was no parking outside. So many devotees. This is spiritual world. Vaikuntha means where there is no anxiety. Vaikuntha, without anxiety. All of you here today sitting down, you have no anxiety right now. You leave the temple, maybe you will get some anxiety. But right now you don't have any anxiety. Because you're in front of Krishna, you're hearing Krishna Katha. That's what it does when you take shelter of Krishna, when you glorify Krishna, when you associate with devotees. All your anxiety, poof, it goes out the window. And you just feel fantastic. Just like we are singing and dancing just now. Who in the world, 7 o'clock in the morning, dancing like this crazy? Who? You have to take drugs to do that, isn't it? We didn't take any of that. So Prahlad Maharaj was asked by Hiranyakashipu, how did you know this knowledge? Where did you get your energy from? People ask me. I'm like very old person. But I have more energy than maybe some of you here. Yeah? This is Krishna's energy. Prahlad Maharaj said to his father, he says, I get the energy from the same person you get your energy from, Krishna. Isn't it? People say, oh, I'm this, I'm that. Well, Krishna's mercy. We are functioning, our body is functioning because of the mercy of Krishna. Everything is by the mercy of Krishna. This is what we have to remember. So this temple, this place we are here today, is to remind us about that Supreme Lord Krishna who is playing the flute. You see, Radha Ballabha is so beautiful. So Rupa Goswami said, if you are attracted to Maya, don't go to the bank of the Yamuna. Because those who go to the bank of the Yamuna, they see Radha and Krishna. You will have no attraction. So first you have to give the attraction for material world. Just like we are swinging here, kirtan, up and down. I took my socks off, because when you have socks on, you can slide better. So I couldn't slide, but you can spin. I can spin so fast, like in the washing machine. You're cleaning the heart. This is not a Bollywood. We're dancing for Krishna. It is those guys in Bollywood, they don't know how to dance. We know how to dance. You ask any of those Bollywood guys to do a spin, their heads will come out. The brains will come out. They can't spin. They do all these different things. Slow motion. We are going so fast. Because our body is made with prasadam, spiritual food. The energy is from Krishna. Yesterday was Ekadashi. When I first joined the Hare Krishna movement, I didn't like, two things I didn't like. Because I joined at the age of 6. I didn't like two things. One thing is Ekadashi. Because no grains. Because we are from Bengal, we like rice. First thing in the get up in the morning, I need a big bowl of rice. So they said Ekadashi. I didn't tell anybody. After Mangalarti, I went behind the temple and had rice. So yeah, I'm following Ekadashi. So these two things. And the second thing is waking up too early in the morning. So this is, like I said, we have to give up our enjoyment for Krishna's pleasure. And it's so much nice when you sing and dance for Krishna. Isn't it? So, the idea of the devotee, of a Vaishnava, a Bhakta, is that he's immersed, he's absorbed in Krishna. And the definition of love is that when you can completely absorb in Krishna through singing and dancing, in the street or in the temple, wherever. You can say, oh, Prabhu, like I feel I'm in Maya. There's no Maya here. It's all in your head. So we are offering the process to become purified, to chant Hare Krishna through chanting Hare Krishna. Prahlad Maharaja was teaching the kids to chant Hare Krishna when the teacher's away. And that's why Hiranyakashipu was very angry. Where did you learn this? Who taught you? Now you're awake. So Prahlad Maharaj, he knew because he's a great devotee of Krishna. He heard it from Narada Muni. All of you devotees, I'm sure all these kids here, there's one kid, he never met Prabhupada, small kid. He is crying when he sees Prabhupada picture. Small kid like your age. And he sees every time he sees picture, oh, I love Prabhupada, he's crying. I saw Prabhupada, I'm initiated. I never cried for him. And this kid, he never even saw Prabhupada, he was crying. So we said maybe he was a Prabhupada disciple or something. During that time he maybe passed away, so he still have attraction for Prabhupada. So all of you, maybe there's connection from before. In England, I was telling the devotees, long ago, I did a regression. You know what regression is? You go into trance. They make you go into trance. They want to know who you were in a past life. So, but you have to be really relaxed. Like, if you're more relaxed, then they can tell. You can go deeper inside yourself. So I don't know how to relax, so they made me relax. Calm down, and like telling a story. A passionate guy, it's very hard to relax. So they relax. And my stories is a very interesting. So he said, the Prabhu was doing he said, in my past life, I was a second-class worker during the Victorian time in Europe. And so, they said, for the second-class person, you can't be a first class. They give you an area where you hang around. You can't mix with the higher class. It's very like this, black, white. There's so much that kind of system. So I was in love with some girl that was from the higher class. So they said, so you're going to do all this love story stuff. And they said, so I fell for her and I died for her. And then I took birth in India. I didn't believe that, but anyway, that's the story. So where is my qualification to chant Hare Krishna? They said you have to have past karma to take shelter of Krishna. But I didn't see any past karma. I was running after sense enjoyment in Victorian time. And I died for her. And suddenly I became, like I took birth in Shantipur, in a holy place, in Mayapur. So where's the connection? So we have to understand that it's all due to the mercy of a devotee. Mercy of Prabhupada, mercy of the Guru. Guru's mercy elevates us to a spiritual platform. Prabhupada went to America, and all these people were drunkards and bums and stuff, and taking drugs. Where is the qualification from past life? Where is your punya? For Prabhupada's mercy, he elevated them. By his association, these people became pure, like a touchstone. You have touchstone, you can touch metal, it becomes gold. So, pure devotees, sadhu sangha, associate sadhus, they can purify us. They can transcend us. They can uplift us from ignorance, from material world. And so Prabhupada, he made all these devotees, Western devotees. And my mother used to say, these Americans and Europeans, they are all devata, demigods. I believe so, because Prabhupada made them. So similarly, all of you, all of us, we are here because of the mercy of Prabhupada. He made this Melbourne Mahaprabhu Mandir. You will not get the same feeling some other temple. I'm not saying we are better than you. You can find out for yourself. I went to one Hindu temple. They're a really good temple. Shiva Vishnu, one temple. So I was very hungry. Because I believe in our temple we have prasadam. You ask for prasad, throsadelo, eat. So I went to the kitchen. I said, so they say South Indian temple, they have dosa, idli. I said, oh, I'll have some. I love that. They said, they have onion, garlic in it. So we couldn't eat it. And the temple was very kind of dark. They don't use electricity so much because they want to keep it traditional. So it was a very big pillar, and I felt like, ooh. I didn't feel like I feel here, the same mood. I felt like something behind me, like, I didn't feel comfortable in there. So I said, oh, let's get out of here. There's no prasadam here. It's too dark. And Didi is way at the back, and these big candles, like not candle, the deep, lamps, way at the back. And so I came here in Melbourne Temple, like it's so clean, marble floor. You can eat off the floor. It's so beautiful here. It's a nice garden. And somebody said to me, what if we demolish the garden and make a cement and car park? I said, no one's going to come here. People are coming here because of that beauty. The fountain and the garden. That makes the temple more unique. Otherwise, it's no different than any car park, some cement ground. Keep it as it is. So, this is the Vaikuntha. This temple is the Vaikuntha, the spiritual world. Any time of the day or night, you come here, there is prasadam. First time I went to Christchurch Temple. I was traveling with Indraduno Swami. So, we're going to travel, world travel, starting from Christchurch, Auckland, and Los Angeles, everywhere else. First time, so my flight was delayed. Me and Sri Prahlad, there's one boy, Sri Prahlad. He's quite famous. So we both came to Christchurch midnight. And no devotees came to pick us up. They all fell asleep. And so they're supposed to keep prasadam for us. So they did. But the guy who was supposed to pick us up, he fell asleep. So we took a taxi, temple, 83 Beeley Avenue. So we got there, big wall. And temple's locked, and they have a dog behind. So I thought, well, how are we going to get to the... And I'm good at climbing and stuff, no worries. I was a big thief before. Climb, break the lock in Mayapur. So I thought, oh, no worries, I'll climb the wall. So he got on my here, and Prahlad went like on my shoulder, and he got over the wall, and he was inside. And then I got over somehow, and there was a huge dog inside. And then he said, Hare Krishna. The dog was, Hare. Like, nothing happened. And Prahlad said, don't worry. He just said Hare Krishna, he wouldn't do anything. And then he opened the door, and somebody else said Hare Krishna to us. Hare Krishna! It was a cockatoo. Yeah, when guest comes, there's a cockatoo will greet you by saying Hare Krishna with the wings out. It's a very interesting temple. So, our temple is a very unique place. It's a very pleasurable place. When you go to Hare Krishna temple, you feel this is different. It's not an ordinary place that you go to, any temple. This is ISKCON temple. Srila Prabhupada, whenever there is Janmashtami is coming, it's very near. You can ask any Indian people, right? Janmashtami, they'll go to Hare Krishna Hare Ram Mandir. Because we love Krishna. We are Krishna Bhaktas. But you have Ganesh, Shiva, they don't come here. They go somewhere else. But for Krishna, they will come here. Because we are emphasizing Krishna as everything. So, our temple is to remind us of Krishna, Hare Krishna temple. If you go anywhere, you can ask anybody. Even people don't know about Krishna. Hey, Hare Krishna temple is there. They will tell you. They know Hare Krishna temple. So this is the mercy of a pure devotee of Krishna. So this is the duty of the devotee to remind others of Krishna. Jare dekho tare kaho Krishna upadesh. Amar agya guru hoya taro edesh. You become a guru, a teacher. Tell others about Krishna. The Krishna, he comes here through his devotee, spiritual master. Cheta Guru is Paramatma in our heart. But the spiritual master comes in absence of Krishna to guide us. So Srila Prabhupada, he appeared in this world, and he went to New York. Somebody is saying, I'm always chatting with people, somebody says, where is all the white people? I said, oh no, they're having a break. Now we have the brown people here. When someone goes, we replace with the brown to do the service. And the browns go, the white comes. So there's time for everyone. So we're not worried. People, Krishna in the heart is not brown or white. In the super soul, the Paramatma is a spirit soul. So don't worry. Chant Hare Krishna, we become sincere devotee of Krishna, sing and dance in front of Krishna, read the scriptures, follow the principle, become a good devotee of Krishna. This is how we can attract people to Krishna. You can attract Krishna by your own example. One example, Krishna himself said, those who are leaders, they show the example and others will follow. So you are all like leaders. And I got initiated at the age of 9. And Prabhupada said, I can't initiate you, you're too young. I was like, I'm not going back to Mayapur till I get initiated. And Prabhupada was looking around for Bhavananda, Jayapataka Maharaj. Nobody was around. I said, thank you, Krishna. Because they are my leaders, they are my authority. See, Krishna put them all away. Prabhupada said, okay, never mind. Here you, he gave me initiation. 1975. So I feel that there's a reason for us to be here. All of you, all of us, we are here because we are in the missionary work for Krishna. Prabhupada, we are here for, like when, what was I going to say? When Prabhupada knew these guys, the young boys or girls at that time, he knew they have a mission to perform. Yeah? He can foresee us, our future. So, you may say, I'm not a leader, I just come here to cut vegetables. That's okay. Whatever it is, we have a mission. Every one of us have a part to play in the mission of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. When you go to Mayapur or Vrindavan, you can't just jump in the altar and do puja. You have to get in the line. Isn't it? So, even if you don't have much service to do, you just pick up the broom and clean the floor. That's good enough to go back to Godhead. A little bit of service. Whatever you do, be perfect in it. I told this story before. They said, I never met Prabhupada, so did you do anything for Prabhupada? So, I didn't do anything. He didn't give me any instructions. So this guy said, he said, I didn't do anything. I have to stop here. My voice is soaking up. Thank you. I guess my voice is choking up. Okay. Hare Krishna. That's it. Thank you. Śrīmad Bhāgavatam ki jai, Śrīla Prabhupada ki jai.